guess? I don't know. Alright, so a bit of a false start that first time. Yeah. My upload was super inconsistent for some reason. I ran a speed test beforehand, but it did not show me that it was dipping that hard. Ooh. Oh, is he still just out here? What? Am I not standing here? Yeah, like, yeah, two. It's like you and me. That motion that race does. I gotta slap him again. Rouse the warrior in me. Come on, slap me. I'm like, that's not a name I recognize. Why that? I don't understand. Why is that a thing? That looks so undignified. Oh! Decimate them so that you can learn the decimate skip. I didn't get to read that. Tremble before me, something. I'm sorry, is that Sahagin accompanied by a scorpion? Yeah, what in the fuck? Oh, it did not, I hit Control Alt. What? This fight's lasting longer than I don't know. Alright then. Ah yeah. What's up, Atlas? I don't know if you can hear me all that well over the battle music. shows it pretty close in audio for me. Okay, I was gonna say, was there another one? we finished him off, and then it's like, finish him off. Good. I've been trying to get through the Heavensward story lately. I'm at what, like 3.5 or something? 3.4. The only thing I took issue with there was the whole Estinian turning into Nidhogg thing. I can understand if he just turned into a dragon, but straight up turning into Nidhogg was I was like, why? I realize he has the eyes, but I mean, I waste a lot of time on this game when I'm not on streaming. My scholar has been level like 65 or 66 since before I finished A Realm Reborn. So, I honestly just find that I enjoy healing in dungeons in this game, which, I mean, it kind of makes me wonder why my healer queues are so short, but my tank queues are so long. I'm like, but healing in this game is fun. Why is no one healing? I've also heard that, like, because I've basically been maining Scholar. Well, yeah, for healer. I've heard they're releasing a new healer in the next expansion, so I assume everyone's gonna be leveling that. But I've heard that, like, is it when people get into Stormblood or when people get into Shadowbringer that they're like, I had to completely relearn how to play Scholar in dungeons, and healing is such a chore on Scholar now, and I'm just like, it doesn't, I don't see that becoming the case. It just, I don't understand how that could happen. Just like they release the new expansion, it's like, the way you were healing before, yeah, completely forget about that. Here's how you do it now. Also, the running out of mana thing. I've heard a lot about scholars running out of mana in Shadowbringer, and I don't understand that either. I also have Dark Knight. It's only at level like 61, but I'm not quite in Stormblood yet, so being above level 60 has no meaning to me at the moment. Oh, yeah. 67, God. The Sunken Temple of Quarren. Why am I going? Why is he doing that in a dungeon? Oh, I got that armor chest I should probably open. Oh, is it because I have... I am curious what it... Something about the Ravager's armor? Is it because of these from when I got Dark Knight? I'm assuming that that's how I got all of those at this point. Oh, whoop. I'm assuming I can't open that because I've got the rings and such. It's whatever. Wait, he's actually giving the speech inside the temple? I thought it was just at it. That does not look like a person that
Brothers
I would...
and sisters,
That does not look like a person I would trust.
Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out. Building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country. Or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
I don't know about going into Garlean territory for this. I realize.
They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us, but no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands.
I realize the Garleans took, like, I don't know if it's just Alamigo in the story, they talk about it, but I don't know about, like, if it's into Alamigan, or if it's into the, like, the Garlean wall, and they have their military force there. Just kind of doing that doesn't seem like a great idea with just kind of a ragtag team of people.
This I promise you. For we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it. And together, we shall see the Alamigan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more.
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
I finally run into them. I was wondering what the hell the cutscenes were that had them earlier, and I was like, where are they? What are they even doing? They were just in a cave somewhere, and I was like, what? Although I guess I didn't get to see Alpha No's sister for literally 40 levels. An expansion and a half, basically.
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
For it is not strength of
The conversation's gonna start with, where in the fuck have you been? What the hell are you doing out here? Alright, I thought they were just gonna continue the cutscene. Whatever. Yeah, never heard from you. I'm, I never understood the, that thing myself. Curious what kind of primal they would summon. Oh, they said, what was that god's name? I'm pretty sure it's the one that I chose to follow on this character. That one that started with an R. So when I tried to use this, it said... I don't think I have anything that would... Unique item of the same type. I don't think I have anything that conflicts with that, if it's just for the warrior. Is it because it's trying to put something in my weapon inventory? I don't think it gives me a weapon, does it? I'm not sure what the issue is. Oh, is it the belt of fending that I got? Does that come with, Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure it's the fabled belt of fending. I'm pretty sure it's trying to give me that. I will resolve that in a second then. So I gotta buy some peasant's clothes. And, rub some dirt on it. But yeah, whenever I can go back to town, I'll can I open? I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can do both those things because they're both menu things. I was gonna say I don't think I can entrust it to my retainer and then later have it wear it because my retainer is one level too low for that. Treated to my tastes. Oh wait, this that's literally the thing that we wore way back at like level 20 or something. I remember getting this for when we had to trick that was it that the person who was God, I don't even remember the story at that level. What was that guy doing? I don't remember. Seriously, it's the same thing as when it was. You can think.
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why,
Alpha, no, I
one
think
might
you're
even
going too
think
far.
you were planning to summon a primal.
I don't think he's cornered yet.
Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
Is he cornered? I don't know if that's happened yet. Alpha, no.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot.
Please tell me how he just came to that conclusion so quickly.
You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
So, you're letting them summon Ifrit.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free!
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Emulger?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god.
This seems so stupid. It's like, we're not summoning a god, but we're giving them to someone who is going to summon a god.
Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
Again, how in the fuck are you coming to these random conclusions?
Aye, I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave woman can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I swear their voices don't sound right.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
I do in fact remember the fact that I like gathered, I think it was like antelope horns or something to make medicine. Of course I don't remember the name, but I do remember that quest. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Yes, back to, God, I'm terrible with the fucking names, even though they keep saying them, and I keep seeing them. And suddenly Thancred. Mainly angry. Why does it call it Masked Man? It is so obviously that guy. I just can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head right now. Alright, it just moved me here, I guess. Alright. I mean, so long as it doesn't,
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
as long as they don't give me the Realm Reborn frickin' treatment where I think it was like a half hour cutscenes.
Not willingly, no.
I see a flaming circle over there.
Ah, the saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
We don't have Ascian informants.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
Do I finally get to kick his ass as his own class?
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
That was like the entire reason I wanted to level warrior off screen. I was like, I just want to fight him as his own class and kick his ass.
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
That grin.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice. Unlike your sister.
God, you have to be such a bitch to bring that back up. Oh yeah, I shot your sister.
Alize!
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
What does she do? What? What? I'm sorry, is she...
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
She doesn't look like she's the type to be physical combat.
Let's finish this.
I can't help but notice that my connection just kind of dropped there. Try restarting that or something? I don't fucking know what happened there. My connection just kind of randomly dropped. Yeah, my modem and my router both say that they're still fine, so I guess that was just a random fucking Comcast cutout. Absolutely no reason, just lost my connection. I would skip straight to the combat because that's kind of where I was.
no escape!
What the fuck? I'm curious how I haven't pulled aggro when I'm... That guy just completely targets Sanford for no reason. Freaking, there's some giant orange circles.
It ends now.
I mean, at this point, they're just cheating.
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Yeah, Oriange. Because they always have so many fucking silent letters. I'm like, I don't remember any of the names. You guys need to stop that.
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
But yeah, I saw him the first time and I knew who it was.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
All right then.
By thy leave.
Even odds then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop.
I mean, I took out that warrior twice. That conjurer is absolute
Understood.
bullshit on their team though. I beat on him for like 3 minutes and he just kept cure 2ing himself.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them.
You were already holding it. Why'd you act like you were unsheathing it again? Also, why are the chains still there? What in the heck is going on with that chain? How does that work? I don't understand how that works. What? Yeah, clicking you doesn't do anything. Oh, is he standing on the thing? This is stupid. I don't understand this. What am I supposed to... Like, if it's that he's standing on it, that's just retarded and they shouldn't put him there. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it was just he's standing directly on top of me, so I couldn't do anything.
The ether! Oh, it's not enough! I can't control the fact that they're doing it. That range is so confusing. Oh hey, it still doesn't matter because I can't do it while I'm being attacked. This is actually just a retarded quest. Square should feel bad about this. I literally can't do anything because they just attack me constantly.
I basically just have to wait here, because if I try to do anything, they'll target me. And again, this is retarded. I just have a, you know, full battlefield size AoE. Still targeting me. Oh hey, that's total bullshit.
Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
The Asians, I'm assuming?
Crystals? You mean, like the Asians?
Just so. As the Asians flee unto the rift twixt plains with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Asians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
Wait!
Such methods as the Asians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives. We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light, but word of our deeds spread. And soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won. And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We cannot, we will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
No matter how many times we fall, we must arise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
I'm not really sure what's going on now.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
Don't I have like 6 of my own, basically? What are you all doing here? This is not how this usually plays out. Welcome to the Echo.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From 2 worlds do we gather, and from 2 worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
I mean, yeah, that was the thing that happened earlier. Why is everyone surprised by
Your
this?
cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
God, the eyes are kind of weird.
Blessed children of the first, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
How fucking stupid.
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiac's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn.
I mean, you basically just tried attacking God. Like, actual God, whereas the other ones are just kinda...
But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary.
I don't really know what to compare it to. It's like there's Hydaelyn and then whatever the darkness one would be. And those are basically the two gods, and then they summon primals, which aren't really gods, but it's just like you just tried attacking God, and then there's the devil somewhere, and you're just like, I'm tired of your bullshit, God.
Your sacrifice, your supplications. She has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have...
Whoops. That was an accidental click.
The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servants of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor. Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
I kind of picked that to be slightly longer, but whatever. I am kind of surprised that they're giving this to me this late. I would think that would be something that would happen way earlier, like in The Realm Reborn. mean, they weren't just assholes then, but you know. They could have said something more about it earlier on instead of just going with what the Asians were telling them to do. It's been an entire expansion. What? What? I'm very confused about what just happened.
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
I still need you to tell me what Alphino apparently went and said to everyone when he was a young scholar.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you...
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I'm kind of... What does that word mean? Glom? Okay.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru.
That is definitely a new word for me.
And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light? Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
One world's heroes are another world's villains.
I'm pretty sure this is
One
not the
world's
narrator that I
lost,
had at the end
another
of the
world's
other
gain.
patches.
Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
Was that warrior of darkness with the bow? Get her!
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
I mean, what in the fuck am I gonna do with it?
Thank you. I shall guard it well. There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Damn Asians. What the fuck? Again. Why didn't we destroy those? I don't understand why we just threw those off a cliff. Someone in Az's Law? I don't remember his name, but that guy from the end of A Realm Reborn. That name. Nero. Is that okay. Question, what? The fact that my character did that double take. Close my eyes. What is that? I assume they're measuring me for armor. But what the fuck was that look? What? Yep. I mean, we're at We're at a place I assume that just makes armor. They took all my measurements. I'm pretty sure they're making armor. That's a question. Oh, wouldn't you like to know what all the measurements were for? Will you fucking...
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elisée. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness know... And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now. A soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, then we still vote for you now.
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
It's feeding the orphan poor. What?
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness, help! I need some help here!
Question mark face? What's going on?
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
She had to go through a bar to get into here. I'm pretty sure that this place is just for us.
Narco! God, how did... Yashola! Please, you have to help her.
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I seriously do not care for the new voice of Ida. I know for a fact that that is a new voice actor. That is not.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who called...
The Griffin,
Yes.
you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Now he has the eyes of Nidhogg.
And on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, He wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphinaud and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric, and encourage him to send an envoy. To Taru, Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed.
Quiescent. God, these fucking words.
I believe that covers everything.
These are not...
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice.
And really, who is this new narrator? This is like the third one, I think.
'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so, I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
One of the things that I meant to do was just give my retainer the belt so that I could open that coffer now. Can I just move directly in here? Okay, I can. Please, if I give you that, I should be able to open this coffer now. Yeah, it was just the belt. Oh god. No. That is a no. Oh god, why can't I apply glamour here? How is this not a town I can apply glamour in? Oh, go to Ishgard to fly glamour. Oh god. God no. Go back to my pink one. Just make it not look like that anymore. Jesus Christ. Turn into you, do I? It's like, why is that green? I would assume I would just be allowed into the chambers that he's normally in. Yeah, I assume I would have just been whatever the fucking chambers that he has over in that corner are. Instead of, let's go get him out of there, I assume I would have just walked into here. I like how that person in a cutscene watched my Lucia walk away. All right then. Yeah, I was like, what? been a hot minute since I was in this part of the map. Last time I was in Corthus. Alright then. I still don't like how you call me old girl. Her lips looked like they were moving a million words a second. I also have that in my free company house. Again, I don't like how you call me old girl. What? I don't understand how that's a thing. I didn't even notice that until now. Shit, what is her name? There are too many people.
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift, and there is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defenses seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
Does nobody else teleport? Honestly, I think I'm gonna call it there and come back tomorrow. I mean, normally I'm in bed like 4 hours ago because of work, but I just kept putting things off today after I got off, so. How far? I assume I'm almost in Stormblood at this point, because I think I was not that far off before. Yeah, I'm in 3.5, or 3.56, and then I start Stormblood. I should get there pretty quickly once I start playing again tomorrow. I do see that there is a dungeon. I assume that that is the only thing that will take longer than a few minutes in that. I will probably be on tomorrow for a lot longer than I was today. I put off starting this for so long because I was like, I wanted to work out, and then I was like, going to the gym, doing that, put that off for like 3 hours. And then I wanted to level up Warrior before I really started playing, just because Warrior was like level 55 or something. And that was the one I wanted to start playing instead of Dark or whatever. I'll probably have to gain like 1 extra level tomorrow, looking at how few quests there are between. Now it looks like there's a ton of level 60 quests even after now. I should still be good. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow, probably for like 6 to 8 hours instead of just like the 2.5 or 3. I had my internet cut out at one point, so I'm not entirely sure how long I was on today. So, thanks for hanging out, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow.